B.A. degree in management exit exam model competence questions and answers with explanation. Test 3. 1. The term, job enrichment, means A. Assigning additional roles, responsibilities or authority to workers. B. Assigning additional activities or tasks to workers. C. Moving workers from one job to the other. D. Making the job more difficult for the worker. The answer is A. Explanation. Job enrichment entails the vertical expansion of roles, responsibilities, authority, and activities, as well as the various hierarchical levels. Job enrichment is a management strategy used to increase employee motivation by giving them more responsibility. 2. Which of the following is a horizontal expansion of duties and tasks across the same organizational level? A. Job rotation. B. Job analysis. C. Job enlargement. D. Job enrichment. The answer is C. Explanation. Job enlargement refers to a horizontal expansion or increasing the number of tasks to be performed by an employee. Objective or purpose of job enlargement can be to reduce boredom and monotony. 3. Which is a system designed to achieve organizational effectiveness by steering each employee's behavior toward the organization's mission by using a combination of goal setting, planning, and evaluation activities. A. Performance appraisal. B. Management accounting. C. Management by objectives. D. Balanced scorecard. The answer is C. 4. According to Herzberg's two-factor theory, what is the role of hygiene factors? A. Their presence reduce the feelings of dissatisfaction. B. Their absence brings the feelings of satisfaction. C. Their presence increase the feelings of satisfaction. D. Their presence leads to feelings of neutrality. The answer is A. Explanation. Hygiene factors encompass the conditions and environmental elements necessary to prevent dissatisfaction in the workplace. Although these factors do not directly contribute to motivation, their absence can engender dissatisfaction. Examples of hygiene factors include company policies, supervision, job security, working conditions, etc. 5. Which theory states that employees form beliefs about pay fairness by comparing their outcome, input ratio to that of a referent other? A. Contingency theory. B. Equity theory. C. Expectancy theory. D. Consistency theory. The answer is B. 6. The one which involves a one-to-one discussion between the employee participant and the administrator. A. Counseling. B. Training. C. Motivation. D. Evaluation. The answer is A. Explanation. Counseling involves a one-to-one discussion between the participant and administrator. Counseling is the process that occurs when a client and counselor set aside time to explore difficulties which may include the stressful or emotional feelings of the client. 7. The process of developing an applicant's pool for job openings in an organization is called A. Hiring. B. Recruitment. C. Selection. D. Retention. The answer is B. Explanation. Recruitment is the process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply the jobs in their organization. 8. Employment tests that measure traits, temperament, or disposition are examples of A. Manual dexterity tests. B. Personality tests. C. Intelligence tests. D. Work sample tests. The answer is D. Explanation tests that measure traits, temperament, or disposition are examples of personality tests. A personality test is a method of assessing human personality constructs. Most personality assessment instruments are in fact introspective self-report questionnaire measures or reports from life records such as rating scales. 9. Which of the following not the advantage of workforce diversity? A. Increased creativity and flexibility. B. Multiple perspectives. C. Hinder problem-solving skills. D. Greater openness to new ideas. The answer is C. Explanation. Decreased problem-solving skills is not the advantage of workforce diversity. Workforce diversity can bring about an increase in productivity and competitive advantages. Workplace diversity also increases employee morale and causes employees to desire to work more effectively and efficiently. 10. Under which of the following authority, an HR manager took the decision to provide training to its employees regarding the operations of newly installed machine? A. Staff. B. Functional. C. Line. D. Advisory. The answer is B. Explanation. Under functional authority, an HR manager took the decision to provide training to its employees regarding the operations of newly installed machine. Functional authority is the right that is delegated to an individual or a department to control specified processes, practices, policies, or other matters in relation to activities undertaken by persons in other departments. 11. A written statement of policies and principles that guides the behavior of all employees is called a company policy. B. Code of ethics. C. Training manual. D. All of the above. The answer is B. Explanation. A written statement of policies and principles that guides the behavior of all employees is called code of ethics. Ethics in HRM basically deals with the affirmative moral obligations of the employer towards employees to maintain equality and equity justice. Areas of HRM ethics includes basic human rights, civil and employment fight. 12. The first step in the human resource planning process is A. Preparing a job analysis. B. Assessing future supply. C. Assessing future demand. D. Forecasting future human resource needs. The answer is D. Explanations. The first step in the human resource planning process is forecasting future human resource needs. Human resources, HR, forecasting involves projecting labor needs and the effects they'll have on a business. An HR department forecasts both short and long-term staffing needs based on projected sales, office growth, attrition and other factors that affect a company's need for labor. 13. A practice used by different companies to reduce costs by transferring portions of work to outside provider is common as A. Purchasing. B. Decentralization. C. Restructuring. D. Outsourcing. The answer is D. Explanations. A practice used by different companies to reduce costs by transferring portions of work to outside provider rather than completing it internally is termed as outsourcing. HR outsourcing is a process in which the human resource activities of an organization are outsourced so as to focus on the organization's core competencies. Often HR functions are complex and time-consuming that it will create difficulty in managing other important thrust areas. 14. Termination from employment for any of the misconducts mentioned in the industrial employment is A. Retirement. B. Suspension. C. Layoff. D. Dismissal. The answer is D. 15. Which among the following is simple form of penalty for indiscipline? A. Written wearing. B. Dismissal. C. Oral warning. D. Suspension. The answer is C. Explanation. A disciplinary action is a reprimand or corrective action in response to employee misconduct, rule violation, or poor performance. Depending on the severity of the case, a disciplinary action can take different forms, including verbal warning, written warning, reduction in rank or pay and terminatio. 16. Which of the following refers to the temporary or permanent termination of employment that typically doesn't have anything to do with your performance in the workplace? A. Layoff. B. Suspension. C. Dismissal. D. Discharge. The answer is A. Explanation. Being laid off refers to a separation in which the employer has let an employee go because their services are no longer needed. Layoffs occur when employers experience a reduced volume of business or funding, or when a reorganization occurs that renders a job unnecessary. 17. Which of the following can be the objective of performance appraisal? A. Personal development. B. Training need identification. C. Reward allocation. D. All of the above. The answer is D. Explanation. Performance appraisal is an ongoing process of obtaining, researching, analyzing and recording information about the worth of an employee. The objective of performance appraisals is to measure and improve the performance of employees and increase their future potential, value to the company, providing feedback, improving communication, understanding training needs, clarifying roles and responsibilities and determining how to allocate rewards. 18. A supervisor has given an employee a high rating in his overall performance, because the employee has few workplace absence record. This is an example of blank bias in performance appraisal. A halo effect. B. Central tendency. C. Personal biases. D. Stereotyping. The answer is A. Explanation. Halo effect refers to situations when the individual's performance is completely appraised on the basis of a perceived positive quality, feature or trait. In other words, this is the tendency to rate a man uniformly high or low in other traits if he is extraordinarily high or low in one particular trait. If a worker has few absences, his supervisor might give him a high rating in all other areas of work. 19. The performance appraisal method in which raters are asked to choose from among groups of already fixed statements that she believed that best describe the employee being rated is called a checklist method. B. Forced distribution method. C. Graphical method. D. Paired comparison method. The answer is B. Explanations. Forced distribution is a method of employee performance appraisal that many companies use. We also call it the forced distribution method, stacked ranking, or bell curve rating. It is a rating system that employers use to evaluate their workers. Managers must evaluate each employee, usually into one of three categories, i.e., poor, good, or excellent. Usually there will be two or more categories. 20. Which of the following condition cannot be an issue directly concerned with workplace safety? Are an employee working in extreme temperature settings? B. An employee using hazardous equipments with preventive clothes? C. An employee facing harassment and bullying? D. An employee was promoted over the one he had the seniority? The answer is D. Explanations. Except D, all conditions are issues directly linked with workplace safety and health. Workplace safety is a process that seeks to eliminate or reduce risks of injury or illness to employees. The chief aim of workplace safety is to protect an organization's most valuable asset, its people. Workplace safety is achieved through a variety of methods, including policies, procedures and specific hazard control techniques. Thanks.